Hey, this is Jeff. Welcome back to Fallout 4 roleplaying with the attack key disabled. With his protection racket complete and Kate's addiction cured, Nasty Nate finally has a few minutes to spare for Sean. If I'm lucky, the meeting's already over and he can give me the short version.
Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's important.
Whatever. The Fallout Wiki says that can happen if you wait long enough, but I'm pretty sure that's only if you let him start the meeting and then walk out. I've already talked about the design choices I think came from being able to walk away in the middle of a conversation, and sometimes they just start over, but this is a pretty major plot point, so it makes sense for the game to acknowledge it if you do that. But otherwise, this is classic Fallout urgent objective that can actually wait forever. You guys go ahead to the purifier. I just need to find 30 bottles of quantum for this woman in girder shade first, and then I'll be right with you.
Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I
Hey,
will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ao has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
hey!
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
Had the name, don't know what it is.
It's very important to us. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
Your shopping mall's lit up like it was Christmas. Topside, we need a few extra watts. We turn off a light bulb.
I would never disagree that life in the Institute is better than above ground.
Didn't say it was better.
We have done much to ensure it. Now, we take things even further. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
And? Not sure what all that means to me.
You'll see in time. I promise you that. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir,
Yes, Dr. Ao. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone. While I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way, he has proven more than capable of handling himself.
yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
What?
Can't be
Please,
serious.
everyone, please, I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
Sean, I told you twice already. We took a hefty gamma dose from a nuke when we was waiting to get in the vault. They said in the army that causes leukemia, cancer, genetic damage, who knows what. You was less than a year old. They've been treating you without knowing your whole medical history. You said yourself they think you have uncorrupted DNA. Tell Volker what happened. Maybe there's something else he can try.
The only thing that matters now is continuing the Institute's work. It will be all right. I assure you, we can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my father as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really?
Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
X688 sounded very impressed with your work at Libertalia. He doesn't give praise lightly. Well done.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once.
I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
Well, don't take this the wrong way. I mean, you should still tell Volker what I said and all that, but when you said you was dying, I figured there'd be an election or something. Everybody down here's got a bug up their ass about pre-war ideals and all that. But my crew ain't a democracy. I tell them to jump, and if they got a question, it better be how high. Now, what exactly would it mean for me to be in charge of the Institute?
Most divisions of the Institute are fairly autonomous, perfectly capable of functioning without intervention. Where those divisions interact, however, problems can arise. You'd lead the Directorate in setting policy, resolving disputes, and the like. There's no question that some of the Directorate, and the Institute at large, will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead, for all of us, but for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing.
Yeah, that ain't exactly what I wanted to hear. The only assurance they're getting from me is if they cross me, they sleep with the fishes.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
I need some details here. I got no idea what I'm getting into.
Of course, that's why we're talking. Otherwise, you'd be up top already. Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. It needs to be running, well, yesterday. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
Oh man, I got one of those, but it's in my other pants.
You wouldn't recognize one if it fell on your head. That's why I'm going to retrieve it.
Is that really necessary? I'm pretty sure I can handle this by myself.
Yes, it really is. Not only is this tech sensitive, it's old. Look, I'll take care of it. You just make sure I come back in one piece.
Yeah, if you're gonna be going, that complicates things a little bit.
Not really, no. I admit I'm not fond of going up top, but I promise to stay out of your way. This device we're after? It's very sensitive equipment, and it's pretty damn old. It's not that I don't trust you. It's just that I trust myself more. So, are you going to put up a stink, or can we get moving?
All right, I'd appreciate the company.
Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back in one piece. I don't like going above ground unless there's no other option. But here we are, with our options dwindling quickly. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on this. Word is that the Brotherhood is nosing around the area. We don't want them getting the agitator before we do. Head on up to the relay, and I'll meet you there.
Relaying to mass fusion will make you a permanent enemy of the Brotherhood of Steel. Yeah, in Nate's mind, he is an enemy of the Brotherhood of Steel already, so use the relay.
Well, you were right. The Brotherhood sure is here. Guess we'll have to go through them.
Truth be told, I'm not really so keen on that idea, Doc. No way I'm fighting the vertibird on an exposed rooftop. See you downstairs, Doc. Don't know why they couldn't teleport us in at ground level. Maybe the beryllium gizmo puts off some kind of interference. But I do know they don't put reactors in the penthouse. They put them as far in the ground as they can dig. I'll just go in the front door, save myself about 100 flights of stairs. And we got company. Doc was right about the fanboys. And we'll just put some clothes back on.
Surprise assault. Fan out.
Hurts.
Hello. Here on the highest ledge, right across from the main entrance and the elevator shaft we would have come down, is the strength bobblehead. Nice. And here's the elevator down to the reactor. ID card. Oh, that's not good. I mean, standard operating procedure. I don't do any serious looting until I've cleared the location, but I'm pretty sure I ssearched all the bodies for stim packs, so if there'd been a key card, I'm sure I would have seen it. And what's up with that water? It's either a texture glitch or it's really dirty. Wait. If the Brotherhood of the Gunners had it, they'd already be downstairs, so it's gotta be in one of the safes I didn't open. Kate, see if you can open that.
Point out what you need and I'll get right.
Just jump down here like the doc did.
No problem. I got it. You can thank me any time now. I'd still like to have that talk. Do you have time now?
We're kinda busy here, Kate. Later, alright? Well, some good stuff, but no ID card.
Damn, what the hell's wrong with me? Got it.
And not here either.
Take a look. I found something pretty interesting.
Oh, on the gunner? No. Table? No. Kate, you filthy tease. What are you guys doing in the fountain? Doc? That's as far away from skinny dipping as it gets. Guess she jumped off the balcony when I took the elevator down. Alright, I need to sit down and think a minute. I've done this quest before, I just don't remember exactly where you pick up the ID card, and if it's in the penthouse, I could be royally screwed. Oh, good. Yeah, it does give you a fast travel marker on the roof when you teleport in. I guess it would have to. I mean, I imagine a lot of people do this quest in power armor, and I'm sure I'm not the first person to jump off the roof to get away from the vertibird. Ow! Oh, man. I might be the first person to jump off just to avoid a scribe. Oh, man, that was close. Oh, great. I get away from that and I'm gonna get killed by a wild dog. Definitely time for a snack. Okay, let's try this again. No, it's a me, a Mario. Believe it or not, I wasn't too distracted to level up. Ninja 3 unlocks at next level, so we'll take the second rank of Cap Collector. I can start upgrading my shops. Anybody else left alive up here? Yes, there is. There we go. Lab password. And executive ID. And, some wonder glue. After that wild goose chase, I guess I'll follow the quest marker this time. Right. I remember this now. The terminal tells you where the agitator is.
No sign of the agitator. We'll have to search the rest of the building.
Right.
I wonder if there's a button that can get us the hell out of here.
Now I'm curious if I could take the ID straight to the card reader since I already know where it is. But not curious enough to actually try. One more time. See if I can make it all the way to the street. Yes! There we go. Hey, careful with that bayonet, Doc. Kate, get in the elevator. Get in the elevator. Thank you.
There's the reactor. Not a bad piece of work for its time.
Looks like a big pile of junk to me.
Subway steward. And activate.
Powering up. Protectron on duty. Hello, citizen. Please present your subway token. Delinquent behavior. Confirm do not attempt
What?
to flee.
I have a subway
Justice will
token.
be-
So does Kate. Oh, is it because Allie doesn't have one? So much for that idea. Yeah, that looks like a reactor.
Guess they weren't so good at mitigating radiation back in those days. Levels are almost off the charts. I'll monitor things from here.
You'll what now?
Looks pretty dangerous in there. You have any sort of radiation protection on you?
Radiation protection? You mean like the hazmat suit you're wearing right now? Thought the only reason I brought you along was so you can unlock the gizmo.
Come on, you've been around a while. You ought to be up to speed here. The usual stuff Commonwealthers use. Rad-X, Radaway, a suit. Anything like that. You go in there without something and you're going to be toast. Glowing, blistered toast. So?
So you're the one with the suit and that ain't my size.
Oh boy. You got a couple of doses of Rad-X, which you're welcome to, but they're not going to be enough. See? This is why I wore the suit. Look, they worked on the reactor here. They must have had some kind of protection. Poke around and I'm sure you'll find something.
You just said this is why you wore the suit. That's it. I shot you in the back of the head at point-blank range. How are you still alive? Not that I was gonna kill you and take your suit or nothing. Wouldn't do me no good with a hole in it. Rad-X, and a hazmat suit, and a master safe. We'll get to that later. Although, she's right there.
Sure, sure. Just keep your shirt on. There you go. Nothing to it.
Gamma rounds. Now I can test the artifact gun sometime. Nice.
Now cycling airlock. Please wait. Initiating decontamination sequence. Decontamination complete. You may proceed. The thing we're looking for, the agitator. It should be in a port at the top of the reactor. Must be an old security alert in the reactor chamber. Emergency lockdown initiated. Please wait.
Well, without the radiation, I have a little more max health, so we'll take a snack.
Decontamination complete.
Ow. Legendary sentry bot. Just go for the cores. Oh yeah, love penetrator. Allie's disabled, but Kate survived that. That's impressive.
You mean that's it?
I doubt that, sweetheart. I've been hoarding stealth boys, but we're locked in a room with a really dangerous enemy and very little cover or maneuvering room, so I'm using one. Alright. Oh, another one. Just... Oh, how can it see me? Oh, this is not good. Don't have any action points. Ow. I am screwed. Oh yeah, we'll definitely have a snack. I don't know if it's gonna be enough. Oh man. I had no business surviving that. All right, let's get out of here.
These guys just don't know when they're beaten, do they?
Why would they? They're a bunch of mindless soldiers.
I'll help the synths buy some time. Make sure you get back to the Institute with the agitator.
Right here.
Ladies, just stand aside, let me off the elevator. Oh. Oh, sorry, sweetheart. Ali said to get the gizmo back to the Institute, so who am I to argue? Hold on. Enraging Fat Man. Yeah, when legendary enemies drop loot, the special bonuses are random, and sometimes they're kinda silly. Enraging is good on weak weapons, so you can cause a distraction, but you can't really frenzy somebody who's been completely vaporized. Anyway, to the Institute. You took a bullet in the head, stayed to mop up the fanboys, and still beat me back here?
A lot of us will have a hard time accepting an outsider as our next director. It won't be easy.
I guess not. You're one tough broad, and you're just the engineer.
I think that was enough excitement for, well, ever. Thank you, really. Couldn't have managed it without you. I'll make sure the agitator gets where it needs to go. I understand Father is anxious to get you involved in something else. You'd better not keep him waiting.
All right. But I'm going to call it a day, so we'll do that next week. See you then.